Good morning, park managers, and welcome back to Community Park 11.0. Now, if you want to add your own creatures to this park, let me know in the comments what kind of dinosaur or prehistoric animal you'd like and the kind of enclosure you'd like to see them in. That being a sort of habitat or a very funky way of doing it. Anyways, let's get on with this week's submission, which comes from Ethan, who asked for a Aussie enclosure either using Australopithecus or Minmi. Now, something I've not ever used in a community park is Minmi. It's something that never ever gets asked for, and I don't know why, because they are such a cute creature. So yeah, we've decided I'm going to be making a small enclosure not too far from the Ankylosaurus enclosure for them, and we're going to do like obviously 2 viewing galleries. You can see I've already placed those down, and then we're going to do like a fake viewing area, because obviously in this game our guests can't just walk up to the fence to see them. They actually have to go to some kind of viewing gallery to be able to see them, so it's kind of like fake. And when we were putting this, something started happening. The guests were just sort of like walking across the grass onto the path. I don't quite know why they were doing this, but it is what it is, and it's the first time I've ever experienced that, and it's a good laugh. And you know, it was good fun making this enclosure. It's really simple. I made these like mainly sandy because it's easier to see them with how small they are, and then I did these little hills with all their food on, and we go around decorating it using the plants that I tend to use for making my Australian outback enclosures. I didn't go fully heavy into like an Australian outback theme for this one. I wanted to keep it somewhat simple because obviously the main focus is on these little cute critters. If I chose Australopithecus, I'd probably gone for a full outback theme because they're easier to see, with them being a fair bit bigger. For the outro area, I just used a tropical brush, and then I used a few of the tropical rocks, so it sort of matches the rest of the environment. And then we made this staff area, which I did a fair bit more than I did with the other like enclosures we've done so far, mainly on this one because you can imagine it being like a halfway point, and you don't need like a staff area like this on every enclosure. And we used the raptor cages, 6 of them, because we're going to be adding 6 Minmi to this one, and you can imagine that's how they used to transport them back and forth to like vets and things like this. Obviously it's not something you'd need to do all that often, but if you need to, the equipment's there to use. And then I just sort of decorated up this fake viewing area. I had quite a bit of fun with it, just using some like little bits here and there just to give it more life, a little bit of extra lease, and somewhat decorated so it wasn't just plain and boring. Plenty of seating area for our guests so they can sit back, relax, and watch the Minmi sort of do their thing. And we're using these as a fake information board. Now here are Minmi right here. We've added them so they have all different colours, so they have their own little bits of character. I had quite a bit of fun making this enclosure. It's not a massive one, but it has a fair bit of detail and a fair bit of storytelling going into it, and it uses a nice space up but still keeping some of the lush tropical forest around it without completely like sort of like destroying the forest in a sense, and there's enough gaps between the different enclosures. I hope this enclosure has given you a little bit of inspiration with your builds, and don't forget to put in the comments what creature you'd like to see and the kind of enclosure you'd like to see it in, and hell, you might get that one next week, who knows, because I have so many submissions for it. And it's really good because I sometimes do go back to older videos just so some people don't feel missed out, because it is a lot of fun this, but I get a lot of comments. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.
What's your story?